Howdy, hi. This is Deer Drop Sports MLB Rundown picks and predictions for Friday, June 26th, 2026. We're looking at every single game of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first thing we got to do is recap previous day's results. Not a good day as the graph keep on going downwards. It's gone downwards for I think 3 out of the last 4 videos, which is not good. 3 and 5 bring our season record to 618 and 585. Most of these games were pretty close. Phillies ninth inning or ninth inning, 10th inning. I think it was ninth inning. Rangers won by 1. Athletics over looked dead until the 4th inning when it exploded. Some of these losers were close. Some of them were not. I'll get into it. Then we will get on to the picks for tomorrow. So, quick recap. Athletics versus Giants. We had the over 8.5. This score was 0-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. The game finishes 9-6 with the Athletic winning. Both of these bullpens are absolutely horrible. We had the Phillies minus 1.5. Speaking of horrible bullpens, I introduced to you the Washington Nationals. The Phillies scored all 10 of their runs from the 6th inning onwards. 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 5 in the top of the 9th. And then finally, the Rangers plus 128. They got to Kevin Gausman early. They win this game 6-5. Blue Jays tried to mount a last inning comeback, but they could not. The losers, first one was Kansas City. They got absolutely demolished. Final score was 13-2. I'm assuming they put in a position player to pitch at the end. Yes, they did. Tyler Tolbert. Feels bad to you? He pitched 1 inning, gave up 6 hits, and 5 earned runs. That a boy. That probably wasn't enjoyable. We had the Mariners minus 136. This is going to sound wild considering they lost 5-1. They should have scored at least 4 or 5 runs. Back to back to back innings. They had guys minimum on first and third. 2 of them, they had bases loaded. But winning, they had first and third at 0 outs. Cal Raleigh, strikeout. Julio Rodriguez, double play. They only scored 1 run despite having a billion base runners. And then Bryce Miller, despite having 11 strikeouts, gave up 3 earned. That is not ideal. They lose. Yankees minus 156. They lose on the road at the Red Sox. Final score of 3-6. Yankees did out hit Boston 8-7, but New York also had 4 errors on the game. 4 of them. That is very, very bad. Tigers minus 112. Surprise, surprise. One of the worst teams in baseball lose. Final score of 2-1. I guess Tatsuya Amai was just too much for them to handle as he goes 6 innings with 2 hits and he strikes out 10. So shout out to Detroit for having probably the best lineup in the AL Central, but not doing anything with it because your team sucks. You had 5 hits tonight and 13 Ks. You are awful. And then finally, another very bad team, the New York Mets. They lose at home to the Cubs 4-3 in extra innings. They out hit the Cubs 9-6. New York had 2 more errors today. I don't know how many that makes total in this series against Chicago, but they got swept in a 4-game home series. They are now 13 games below 500. I don't know how you do that considering you have, I think, the most expensive roster in baseball. Also, Juan Soto tonight. How many left on base? 3. Mark Vientos, 5. Bo Bichette, 3 strikeouts. This team's really good, baby. Really, really good. All right, that's a recap. Get on to what we got for tomorrow. Okay, we're going to go through these pretty quick because it is a full game slate, and I still have to do the WNBA video, which I have not done in 2 days. And there was history made today by Marina Mabry. So if you're watching this, you should go check out that video because it's going to be lit. First one, Reds plus 184. I don't know why Vegas still makes Paul Skeens this much of a favorite. He now has a negative win-loss on the year, 6-7 with a 2.86. Despite the Pirates' offense scoring a ton of runs the previous day, they still cannot do that consistently. And Paul Skeens is not his normal version of himself. The strikeout numbers are down. The ERA is up. The hard hit is up. None of it is good. I will take the Reds plus 184. Also, these lineups are not updated. I was going to, but then I went to a pregame party for the USA versus Turkey game, and then I came home to do this. So, Yeah, the lineup's not updated. Next one, give me the Astros plus 102. I don't think I'm ever taking Detroit again. They're horrible. Like, no bullshit. This team is awful. There is a reason. I think they're now 13 games below 500. They suck. This entire lineup. The only people who are good, Kevin McGonigal's good. Dylan Dingler is good. Everyone else might just be awful. Like Riley Green, I guess, is okay. Carpenter, Torque, Keith, Veerling. Veerling can only hit righties. Zach McTrinstry's horrible. And then Hal Yulee has been playing better recently, but he's still awful. They suck. Give me the Astros plus 102. All right, then we got the outlier prop. We are now 7-6. 2 nights ago, we lost with Travis Bazzana, HRR over. We're going to take another guy in the AL Central. Give me Byron Buxton. He has been mashing the baseball. I'm going to take his HRR over 2.5. They have a favorable spot at home against the Rockies. Tomoyuki Sagano is on the mound, and then you get the benefit of going against the Rockies bullpen, who's horrible. I will take Buxton's HRR over 2.5. Next one, give me the Orioles minus 142. Nationals are coming off of a pretty lengthy home game against the Phillies. They used a ton of their rotation, which is already bad to begin with. And they have a rookie on the mound, and Alvarez 1-0 with a 3.34. Orioles are coming off of a day off. Trevor Rogers in the mound. They are back home. I like them. Minus 142, I think, is a good number. Give me Baltimore on the money line. Next game, we're going to run it back with the Rangers minus 112. It's Nathan Eovaldi, who was 7-7 with a 4.24. Patrick Corbin, still not doing that bad, considering I think what they called him in to do this year. He is 2-3 with a 4.73 ERA. Two very similar pitchers. Weather doesn't matter that much because the roof's probably going to be closed. I just think I like the Rangers lineup more than I do the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are just too inconsistent. One day they're great, the next day they're bad. The Rangers, I feel like, are always good to give you 3 or 4. And when they really pop off, they score like 8 or 9 because they just get home runs from Jake Berger. Jock Peterson will occasionally pop up. Josh Young will hit one. It's like, all right, this team's not bad. Give me the Rangers minus 112. This game I'm going to stay away from. Arizona, last time I checked, did not have a listed pitcher. That was about an hour ago when I made this slide. Let me double check real quick to make sure they don't have anyone listed. It says Zach Gallen. Did Zach Gallen not go? It says Zach Gallen. I don't think he's pitching, though. He might be. Who cares? Regardless, I'm staying away from this game. Tampa Bay has just been screwing me over. I bet against them. They play horrible. They play great. I bet with them. They play horrible. I didn't get a single game right in that Royals-Tampa Bay series. So I'm going to stay away. We're going to see how this game goes. I will probably bet game 2, but I'm good on this one. Next one, give me the Yankees in the bounce back spot, minus 110. Will Warren, 7-2, 3.45. Up against Peyton Tolley, 3-5 with a 3.08. Boston has not been a good baseball team this year. Yes, they did win game 1 in this series. Final score in that one was 6-3. They didn't play great. They got out hit. It was just New York had 4 errors. I would love to know who they were on. One of them was definitely Med Rosario because that came up in the score. The other one, I'm not sure. I would assume Volpe had one. I would also kind of assume maybe Ben Rice had one at first base, even though I think he is a really good first baseman. I just kind of assume he had one. I'm going to take the Yankees minus 110. Similar pitchers. Yankees have the better lineup. I don't think they're losing 2 in a row. Give me New York. This game, real simple. The New York Mets are dog shit. The Phillies are good, and they have Zach Wheeler on the mound. The previous game, the Phillies played at the Nationals. Christopher Sanchez got smoked in the first few innings. They were down 4-0 or 5-0. They came back to win that game 10-5. It does not matter how many runs they go down. The top of their lineup is so good, and they can hit so many home runs. They will simply come back and win. Phillies minus 1.5 is somehow plus 114. The Mets are awful. They can't win a game to save their lives. There's a good chance Mendoza gets canned by the time this game takes place. I mean, they just got swept at home by the Cubs in a 4-game series. How do you not fire your head coach after that? Like, this team sucks. Next one, my Guardians, minus 112. Massive news. The Guardians bring up outfielder / catcher Cooper Ingle. I'm assuming that means we either one, DFA Stuart Fairchild, or two, we send back down Petey Halpin. We're probably just going to send back down Petey Halpin because he has a few more options left on this year. What I would like us to do would just be DFA Stuart Fairchild because that is coming eventually. There's been a lot of talk of trades coming for Cleveland. Some people are saying we're going to ship out Gavin Williams because we're not going to be able to pay him the money he's deserved when it comes time for him to sign a new contract. So we could get a pretty good bat for him right now. The rumors are we're in talk with the Athletics to get someone. I highly doubt it would be someone that good. Like, I don't think they're going to give up Soderstrom or maybe even Lawrence Butler. I don't think I want Lawrence Butler, though. So I don't know what we're going to get for him, but there's tons of talk going around Cleveland. This Mariners team, they're coming off of a travel spot. It's only from Pittsburgh, so it's not that bad, but you still got to move. And I think they suck. They are now 41-41 of the year. It is Luis Castillo up against Joey Cantillo. Give me the Guardians at home, -112. I'm going to stay away from this game. AL Central battle. Kansas City's in a bad travel spot coming up from Tampa Bay. Chicago's coming off of a day off. It is David Sandlin, who is 1-1 with an 8 ERA up against Steven Kolick. The Royals are still without Bobby Witt. I don't like this game at all. The weather is not great. The Royals are somehow plus 116, which I find absurd, but they are probably factoring in the fact they have to come from Tampa Bay back up north into the colder weather, and they're going up against a White Sox team who isn't awful. So I will pass on this one. No, thank you. This game, little bit of an interesting angle. I was going to take the Brewers on the run line, but it's just such a massive number. I couldn't get to it. Instead, I'm just going to take the over of 7.5 runs. You would think it wouldn't make much sense with Mizorowski pitching. I mean, he's going to go like 7 innings of 1 earned ball. What you could do is just take the Brewers team total over. Cubs are coming off of a tight final game against the Mets in extra innings, so their bullpen is going to be depleted. And they have Colin Ray on the mound, who is just infamous for giving up dingers this season. The Brewers coming off of an off day. Their lineup is great. They are back at home. They absolutely own the Cubs. I'm going to take the over of 7.5 runs. I think the Brew Crew get this done by themselves. So give me the over. This game I'm passing on. It is the aforementioned Tomoyuki Sagano versus Taj Bradley game. We already have action on Byron Buxton, HRR over 2.5. That is plenty enough for me in a game that is most likely going to be horrible. So I will pass on this game completely. If I had to, I'd probably take the Rockies plus 136. I just don't think the Twins should ever be minus 160. Just look at the bottom half of their lineup. It's just bad. All of it is bad. Next one, give me the Cardinals minus 116. I'm back on the trend of fading Max Meyer. He still does not have a registered loss. It is almost July. He's the only pitcher left in baseball like this. 8-0 with a 2.8 ERA. Going up against Dustin May. Very hit or miss is Dustin May. One day he looks like Ubaldo Jimenez when he was good. The next day he looks like Ubaldo Jimenez when he was bad. Those are two very opposite things. I'm going to take the Cardinals. I do think they have the better lineup. I would watch out for the weather here. Apparently, it's supposed to get clapped on with rain and like questionably a tornado. So I don't claim to be a weather person, but the internet was telling me these things, and I just simply tell them to you. Next one, Angels plus 100. Yes, Athletics coming off of a road series in San Francisco. Their previous game was tight, comeback style victory. Angels are off of an off day. Wilbert Urena, probably the best pitcher they got, 5-5 with a 2.41 ERA. They have actually been playing better baseball recently, which is kind of wild to say, considering Mike Trout is not in the lineup currently. But it hasn't been awful. They've announced they're really not going to trade their good guys. Are we surprised? No, because that's what they do every year. They just suck. But I will take them at home plus money. All right, then the final two games. This one is very easy. Dodgers minus 1.5 plus 116. They own this Padres team. They should be able to beat the tar out of them. The Padres suck. Even though Walker Buehler has actually been doing better, his ERA is now down under 4. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, I feel like it was mid 5s or low 5s. So he's been pitching well in his previous starts. I'm going to take the Dodgers here. Better lineup, better pitcher. Probably not the better bullpen just because the Padres have Miller, but I don't even think Miller is gonna get used because I don't think it's gonna be that close of a game. So you take away Miller, then the Dodgers probably do have the better bullpen. Final game we have no lines out for. It is Reynaldo Lopez up against Trevor McDonald. The Giants are horrible. I'm pretty sure they were up like 4-0 or 5-0 in their previous game at home to the Athletics, and they lost 9-6, I think. Their bullpen is horrible. Their lineup is horrible. Their coach is horrible. Their general manager is horrible, and Buster Posey. They suck. This team is screwed. They paid a bunch of guys a ton of money. None of them want to play together, and they're just very bad. So no good things going on for them. All right, that is it. I appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.